So one of the things that we need to teach our new rescue dog quite early on is how to cope being on their own. This is a really big deal for your dogs that have come from the centre because they've already been left alone in a kennel, which wasn't a positive experience generally speaking, and they've lost the person they were bonded with somewhere along the line. They've been handed over and the person that they've known has gone, and that can leave them with more at risk of separation issues than other dogs is probably the right way to put it. So it's very, very important to teach your dog to cope being in a room by himself before he's then ready to be able to be left. So just to give you a quick demonstration of what might happen if I was to just shut him in a room and leave. So as you can see, he was very, very uncomfortable with that. He's been scratching the door and having a little cry. If I was to wait for that to stop, it would get worse. It would definitely get worse. It may eventually stop. It's not really the point. We don't want to cause him any distress at all. He's already been through enough distress. So if I leave that, what are you doing? You're good. Oh, you're going to play with the bed. So again, he's now showing a stress response. Even though I'm now here, he's gone and got a bed out and he's having a little play with it. So for one, my doors are going to get scratched. For two, it's causing him distress. We don't want to do that. It's much, much better to train him how to cope by himself in a room and go from there. You ready? Come on in. So, good boy. I've got him a mat here. I'm putting it on the sofa purely so that you can see it properly. So he knows to sit already. I'm going to lure him into a down position because if he's lying down, he's automatically a little bit more relaxed than if he's sitting up. And then all I'm going to do is keep rewarding him for staying there. So if he doesn't move, I'll continue to give him a treat, and I'm giving him tiny pieces of puppy kibble. So this is his afternoon meal. If I just pop the treat round next to him, generally their legs will flop out. There we go. So now his legs have flopped out sideways and he's even more relaxed. He's much less like a coiled spring about to get up. Now I'm not saying stay, and I'm not giving any hand signals. For one, he doesn't know the word stay, and two, if I start to introduce a hand signal, that's not helpful because my aim is to go make a cup of tea, go to the toilet, have a shower, is to leave the room and him chill out and be comfortable. So if I'm using a hand signal and I'm saying stay like this, then that doesn't work, does it? Because once I've gone out of the room, that's broken. So I'm keeping my body language quite relaxed. I'm not maintaining eye contact. I'm not giving him a hand signal, and I'm not repeating any cues. The habit we have with stay is that we say it and we repeat it, and we want the dog to continue doing it while we're saying it. But again, that's not helpful. Once we're in the shower, I can't be shouting from the other room, stay, are you still staying? So I'm not going to say, if I wanted to, I could say stay, and I'd just say it the once, and that'd be the end of that. Just so that he has got the gist that this exercise is stay, but I'd only add that in once he understood the exercise in the first place. So I've got him into the down position on his mat, so that could be his bed on the floor, it could be on the sofa, it's up to you. I've tucked his legs out to the side to make him comfortable, and I'm then going to just start moving around the room a little bit. And if he remains in that position, I'll give him a treat. Now, if at any point he was to get up, I would just start again. But if he was consistently getting up each time, then I know I'm trying to do too much too soon. So, for example, if I was to go out of the room now, he'd get up because that's too far, too soon, he's not ready. So what I'm going to do is break it all up into tiny little bits. I want to head towards the door. You see he made a little movement, but before he's got up, I come back and give a treat. So I'll try the same again. And teaching him that if he stays there, treats come. So okay, slightly too much. We'll go back and make it a little bit easier again. Oh, sorry, darling. Sit. Good boy. Tuck you out to the side. So because he got up, I'm going to make it a bit easier. So I won't go quite as far as I was going. everything that you do can be broken up into teeny tiny stages. So going to make a cup of tea at this rate is going to take a long time, but this is well worth practicing several times a day. The more you practice it, the better your dog will get at it and the quicker it'll go. So I'm just going to start reaching out to touch the door handle. That's all I want to do. And if he manages to stay for that, he can have the treat. Good boy. And you clever. Yeah. Oh, too much. Good boy. Okay. I'm going to go around in a big circle. You missed one there, haven't you? You get that one? Good job. Okay. Go around this way. Yeah, good job. Yeah, tuck his legs out to the side. So because he's got worried that I'm going to leave, we'll go back to the beginning again for a little bit. Good boy. So he's actually a good boy while he's staying. Very often we kind of do this whole stay exercise, and then we go like, oh, well done, good dog. And we get all animated and excited at this point. We didn't really want to do that because I want to build a duration on this. I want him to carry on staying. And actually, he's not a good boy when I've got back. He's a good boy while I'm walking away. That's the hard bit. So talk to him as you go along. Tell him he's doing a really good job. Well done. Good boy. Very good. Aren't you a clever sausage? Are you clever? Good boy. Good boy. Yes. 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 Good boy. So you can see already how much quicker that one went that time. Just give him a little rest for a minute. So I was able to build up much more quickly, getting to the door to the point that I can now push the handle down and open it a little bit. And this has only been a few minutes worth of training, and I can assure you this is the first time this dog has tried this exercise. So this is completely and utterly from scratch. Oh, good boy. Yeah. Okay, we'll give it another go. So move in all different directions around the room. Don't always feel like you need to go to the door. What I'm doing now, I've got some little tiny bits of Schmacko, and I'm breaking them up really tiny. And what I can do with that as it crumbles is leave him with something to do while I'm moving. So it takes the intensity out of the exercise a little bit because he's got something to focus on other than the fact that I might be about to leave. And it's all helping him to be calm and think about something else and have a positive experience with my moving around the room. Good job. Oh, you're a good boy. Good boy. Oh, you're clever. That was very good, wasn't it? Good boy. Well done. So as you can see already, he's so much more relaxed. The first time, as soon as I stood up, he was like, oh, she's going to go. He had his head right by the door. He was trying to stop me from leaving, and you could see how distressed he was when I went. Now we have a dog. If he was really distressed, he wouldn't even be able to eat, let alone lie down and focus like he is. So he's doing really well. That's quite a key thing. If when you leave your dog, you leave them with a Kong or something to do, which is a great idea, but when you come in, they're ready waiting for you and they haven't touched the food, that tells you that your dog is really not comfortable with being left, particularly if they straight away start to eat it when you come back in. So if he'd got up and come to the door and he hadn't eaten it, then they'd know he was really quite worried about me leaving, even if he wasn't crying. There we go. We can get all the way through the door now, which is nice. Now what I gradually want to do is just build in duration. So I've made it quite difficult moving towards the door, getting out the door. he's nice and relaxed. Now I want to build up how long can I stay out. And if you've got multiple family members, this is where you get competitive with your training. Who can go and make a cup of tea or have a shower or go to the toilet first with the dog lying nice and calmly on the sofa. Oh, too long, was it? You're a good boy there, aren't you? You're a good boy. Once you get to the stage of being able to go further away with your stay, it's a really good idea to have a camera. You can buy them for sort of 20-25 quid on Amazon. And the idea of them is that you set the camera up and then you have an app on your phone and you can look on your phone and see what the dog's doing. So if you get to the point of being able to get upstairs, it's important that you know when the dog's got up, because what we really don't want is for the dog to get distressed. So I'd say I pushed it slightly too far there. That was quite a big jump. I've gone from 1 to 2 seconds to about 5 or 6 seconds. That's a big jump. So we'll reduce it this time and I'll just get through the door and come back. But you can see he's learning that me going through the door is really not the end of the world. I do come back again, and actually this is a really fun exercise. Good boy. So there's still food there, so that's quite key. He stopped eating it to wonder where I've gone, so that's the point at which I want to leave it. I don't want to push it longer than that, or actually he's going to come try and work out where I went to. Good boy, aren't you? You are a good boy. What a good boy. Well done. Very good. Very, very good. If he gets up, there's nothing wrong with that. That's me going too far too fast. That's not a problem. He's not being naughty. He just hasn't learnt yet. Oh, that was my fault again, wasn't it? Just too long. You're still on the sofa though, aren't you? As a good boy. Ready? Good. You've got the spot on your bottom. Then go back. Each time he gets it wrong, we'll make it easier again. Good job. Good boy. You're very clever, aren't you? Good boy. Very clever puppy. Good boy. Well done. Good job. You crumble it all up. Good boy. Very good boy. Well done. Yeah, good job. Just on the cusp there. So he's probably actually only comfortable with about 2 to 3 seconds. But you can see how quickly that went. Within sort of 7 or 8 minutes of this video, I can get out the door for a few seconds, which is a huge deal. That's it for a young dog who's on day 2 in a new environment, doesn't even know me very well and has a serious history of being left. So that's how you begin it, and then you build it up from there. How long can you stay? As I say, set up a camera if you are going to go far away. It's really important that he remains calm and regular breaks. So I would keep sessions probably slightly shorter than this one, 5 to 7 minutes of training multiple times throughout the day. And what you're looking for is the dogs that I've got 3 in the other room right now who are all fast asleep in their beds, and I would be able to walk through. If I open the fridge door, they'll all miraculously wake up, but I could go upstairs, come down, take a shower, go out for a couple of hours, and they're going to stay fast asleep on their bed as secure, comfortable dogs. What we don't want is him following us all around the house everywhere, because whilst that's cute, it's not healthy. That's an anxious dog that's worrying where you are all the time, and they should be able to just chill out and relax. Any questions, just pop us an email. Thank you for watching.